Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha. And we're cousins. I went, we're cousins. Guys, our equipment broke, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even have the document up.
Oh my god. It's like without our headphones, we cannot function.
We can't. I can't. I keep forgetting to hit record. I don't know what's going on. It just feels different.
Well, it's weird because we can't hear it.
Yes.
It's just weird.
It is weird.
It feels like it's not recording.
It does. I don't know if that's good or bad because I'm constantly being like, oh my gosh, it's not working. But I know other people do this. Like, they don't wear headphones.
How do they have faith in equipment?
I don't have any faith in equipment. So that's why I'm just panicking.
Okay.
All right. Grab yourself some tea and get cozy because we are ready to chat.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
first,
I don't know why I did that.
This is going to be good. This is going to be a good episode.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. I am having an existential crisis throughout this entire thing. What tea are we drinking?
Okay, well, we are drinking one of the teas from the February Tea Cellar box. I can't pick it up.
No rules. No rules.
Okay, so the one we're drinking today is Salty Mama.
It's so good.
It's a mix of...
Oh, yeah, I'm usually reading.
It says on there.
It's a mix of, it says on there. Black tea and green tea and
Rooibos.
Rubius Hagrid.
No.
Rooibos, salted butter, caramel chunks, apple pieces, cinnamon. Steep for 5 minutes.
What 2 teas is it?
That's what I meant. Your 2 teas. Mama's apple pie blended with salted caramel drizzle.
Yeah, Salty Mama.
Salty Mama, that's what you are. I already made that joke earlier, so thank you for coming.
Your stand-up night.
I feel like we have no limits without headphones. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I'm a little on edge to go crazy.
We can do anything.
We can do anything. Look, I can do this. There's no cords.
To cords.
No cords.
So sorry. Especially for all the audio people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry. If you guys want to see what we're doing, go over to YouTube.
Or don't.
Do it.
Save yourself.
Do it. Go like and subscribe and smash. Okay, what's the next one?
Okay, it is Strawberry Sweetheart.
Aww.
And it's a green tea. And it smells really, really good.
Ooh, it does smell so good.
I have to have that one next time. I really want to drink
green tea, strawberry, and vanilla pieces.
Yummy.
It's so cute. And you got like a red...
What are vanilla pieces?
You know, I don't know. Look in there.
I mean, I know what strawberry pieces are, but what are vanilla pieces?
Vanilla added. It just said vanilla added.
Well, this says vanilla. It says strawberry and vanilla pieces.
They cut up vanilla and put it in there. And there's cute little paper bits and some candy. And look,
you just held it right here. Look, there's cute little...
Look. Use your imagination. You get to see one.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, so that's what we're drinking.
Sponsor us, Tea Cellar.
And
we're really good at it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, what's next?
No rules.
There's no rules. I don't know what's happening.
Oh my god. Okay.
Announcements.
Announcements.
You're in charge of those.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, so our next episode is going to be Fable. We're going to discuss Fable by Adrienne Young. It is a YA fantasy, and it's a duology. So the second book actually comes out in March 16th, and it's called Namesake.
Yes.
So as soon as you read Fable, you can jump right into Namesake.
We're
only going to talk about Fable, though.
Yes, because we're trying not to just like go on a long rant about series. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm. It's piratey.
Yes, it's very piratey, and I love piratey.
And the covers are really pretty.
It's so pretty. So yeah.
So
yes. Go
get the book, read it, and we're going to discuss next week.
Yes. Yay. You can buy it on wherever you buy Kindle books or physical books, or check it out from a library. The end. Do it. All right. At least this is a Tea Chats episode. They're normally a little off the rails. So I'm less worried, I guess.
I'm still worried.
Mm-hmm. I'm worried
because scary.
The part might not be here for Fable. So Fable just might be chaos too.
Oh boy. Okay.
But then maybe we'll like this chaos and we'll stay in this chaos.
I I just feel like unmoored. Like, I have nothing to anchor me. I have an anchor.
Like we're talking, but it doesn't feel like we're podcasting because I can't hear you in, like, straight into my ears.
I'm scared.
I am too. I'm just like, well, no rules. Okay. I guess I'll start.
Yes.
So I finished the podcast Alice Isn't Dead.
Oh, yeah, you finished it. I know I did not finish it. I've listened to, like, the first season. How many is there?
3.
Okay. I think I only listened to the first season because I don't have a very long attention span. I don't know.
Well, maybe it wasn't all the way out when you listened to it.
That could be, too.
So it was really good. It's about this girl who, I guess this woman who's married, and all of a sudden her wife just disappears. And she thinks she, like, passed away. She doesn't know what happened. And then all of a sudden on the news, she sees her in the background. Mm-hmm. And she finds that she was working for this trucking company. So she goes and applies and becomes a part of this company to try and, like, find her wife. And it's very, like, paranormal.
It's a Night Vale podcast.
Yes.
So if you're a fan of Welcome to Night Vale, you will probably like this.
Yes. And so I really liked it because it felt like kind of like an audiobook, only with, like, sounds and, like, you could hear, like, background and all this other stuff with a bunch of with two characters that spoke.
And yeah, the main character is Jessica Nicole, and she is Astrid from Fringe.
Yes, and we love Fringe so much. You're right. You're still rewatching it, aren't you?
I am. Yeah,
I need to do that. So yeah, I really liked it. I binged it. I like how it ends. It's really interesting. I haven't seen I haven't listened to anything else from them, though.
Welcome to Night Vale is really good. If you like super weird podcasts.
Yeah. See, I feel like I'll have to listen to that next.
It's like a broadcast radio show from this really ridiculous town where crazy things happen, and, like, it's just very interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to have to listen to it. So who told me about this was my friend and coworker, Carson. He had a giant poster in his office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of where all the marks where, not Alice, obviously, Keisha goes to, and it has, like, little, I don't know, it was just so cool, and I was like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's my favorite podcast, you have to listen. So I was
That's
really
cool. So they have merch and everything.
Yes, they have merch. There's a book.
I've seen the book.
Yeah.
Because Welcome to Night Vale has a couple books too.
Yeah, so there's the poster that he has.
That's cool.
And there's t-shirts and all that other stuff. I just think it's really cool. So you can see, like, where she all traveled and where all the crazy things happened.
That is cool. I love that.
And a little shout out to Carson. He wrote a book, Old Wounds. It's a horror book. And he actually sent us copies. We haven't had a chance to read them yet, but that comes out March 15th as far as I know still. So you guys should check it out.
That cover is really cool.
I know. And you love horror. So I thought you should read it. And I guess I can suck it up and read it too.
Okay, I'm adding it to my TBR.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I love horror.
I know. And I'm terrified of everything.
It's a problem. I don't know if it's a problem, but it's a problem. It's a strange new thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's strange and new. Okay.
What are you listening to?
So I started a new podcast, and it's called the Good Morning Podcast, and it is hosted by 2 women who have both lost their mothers. So it's a podcast about grief, and they just kind of, the first 2 episodes are where each of them tells their own story about how they lost their mothers. And then they bring on other people to talk about their losses and kind of how they cope with the grief.
Yeah.
And it's just been kind of comforting to listen to. But also, if it's a podcast that you need to, don't listen while you are at work or supposed to be doing anything else. Because it will make you cry.
Really?
Yes. But it's really good. I just think it's I don't want to say it's nice to know that you're not the only one feeling these feelings, because that means someone else is hurting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is kind of nice to know you're not alone.
It is, honestly. It really is. It's kind of I would say for them at least, and for me sometimes it feels like you're putting yourself out there too, which is scary. But it is nice to feel like you're not alone when you're feeling these things. And, like, mourning hits people in so many different ways. So it's just... And so many different times.
Yeah, and when they start the podcast, I've only listened to the one girl's introduction story, because it is a lot to listen to. So it's not like you can just like binge this kind of podcast. But I only listened to the one girl's, and she was only 6 months after her mother's death. And so you can really still hear the pain in her voice.
Yeah.
But then I've listened to like a more recent episode where, you know, I think she's over a year now. And so you can tell that she's better.
Yeah.
You know, she's on her way to better. Mm-hmm. So it's a good podcast. If that's something that you need, I definitely recommend.
I'm definitely going to have to listen to it. I thought that I had put it on my Spotify, but I couldn't find it. So I was like, I'm going to have to go and look at the notes to see where it was again.
Yes. And then, of course, I wanted to mention, too, the other one I've been listening to a lot is Last Podcast on the Left, and that is your fault. I blame you entirely.
Thank you. I will take that. I'm so excited.
It's so good. They're just so funny. And it's just, I don't know. I think the dark stuff that they talk about, you need their ridiculous humor with it.
Yes, you do. Honestly, I don't think that I could listen to half of the subjects they talk about in like a serious context. Like I couldn't do it.
Right.
And even they agree they can't. So that's why they put like humor into it. They're not making fun of it, but they're trying to make it easier to listen to.
Mm-hmm. And I love the three of them. They just work so well together. Like, Marcus tells a story, but he laughs constantly.
Yes.
His laugh is so hilarious. Because it's like he almost chokes laughing sometimes. And then Henry's just
chaos.
My favorite. He's my favorite chaotic human being. Yes. I love it so much. And then Ben just seems like this big, lovable,
he definitely is. Yeah, I was telling her my favorite is Ben's Instagram, because before COVID, he would go around and talk to his dog, this giant man.
Because he's like 6'7".
Yeah, he's huge. And he'd go, oh, hi, Puffin. And it's like, you look insane. Have you gotten their episodes?
No, but now he's got another dog.
Yeah. They talk about it on one of the episodes where they think it's really funny that he looks chaotic just walking. But he's just like, he plays as like the audience. I'm glad you like it.
I really do. I know I had tried it before and didn't, and I just think I was like in a different space because I was listening to a lot of serious true crime then.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If like serious true crime is your thing, this podcast might not be for you, but
also they do extremely well done research.
Yes.
And the episodes that they did in the beginning, they're going to be redoing because they have learned so much about doing research. Mm-hmm. But that's the one thing that I've listened to the same topics of different podcasts, obviously just to hear their opinion. But I feel like I learned a lot more of like the smaller details from them. Mm-hmm. And also like their book has a lot of interesting details as well.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. So like kind of leading on your like Good Morning podcast. Mm-hmm. I've been doing some meditation. So my doctor said that it helps with ADHD. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. But also, like, in the past, when I wasn't on medication, I thought that was the stupidest thing in the world because I can't get my brain to shut up ever. Yeah. So it quiets a little bit, and it's helping me be more self-reflective. Mm-hmm. And it's just more about, like...
So do you do, like, a guided meditation, or do you just, like... quiet.
So I don't know if I'm ready for a guided, because guided is like intense. Like I know that if I can find the link, guys, I will link it below. But she recommended it's a meditation on Netflix. Her husband does it, who has ADHD.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm just doing like self-reflective. So I'm just sitting there like thinking like let's say I'm unhappy with this situation in my life. I think of it as how I think of it, obviously. But then I try to think of myself from the outside looking in, and what is it that I'm like, okay, here's an example. Like, I wish that, this is an example. I talked to Kurt more during the day. Well, that's what I want. But looking at myself, I don't text him ever. Mm-hmm. So like, that's kind of like a reflective thing. Where it's like, okay, well you want this, but yet you're perceiving like you don't want that. So here's how you like change it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I've been kind of doing. I am wanting to like build to like meditation, but like I heard some of them are like intense, and I don't know if I'm ready to like, I'm just surface level deep diving right now.
Well, you got to get to that place where you can quiet your brain. enough.
And it's very, very, very hard because I have so many things that I could be doing and like that's difficult, or like things that are going in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed that I dream a lot more vividly.
Oh, really?
Like insane. Like the one from last night had like a bunch of people from my high school in it.
Oh my
God. We would go from place to place. It was a very vivid dream, so I've been writing those down as well. Mm-hmm. Just because I haven't dreamed like this since I was little.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I think you should try it. I want to try the Netflix one because she said that it's helpful, and he does it like every morning.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And I know there's a ton on YouTube that people do, but like I know that they say like be careful because some of them can like dredge up like deep memories.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then with that, I upped my anxiety depression medication. And it feels like I have this struggle with I was so low and I upped it and now I'm better. But it's like this self-deprecating, like I'm better because I upped my medicine and not because I got better. And it's not a healthy thing to think, but it's what I think. And so that's where it's like, it's kind of like the thing with like mourning. It's like sometimes you have to admit that you need help.
A little extra.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Situational, like was what my doctor called it. And it's just like, it's frustrating. That's what I said over and over again. It's like, I feel like I'm failing and I it's just a hard thing to like cope with. And I see everyone else.
Help is always hard.
Yeah. I see a lot of other people COVID on top of everything else and dealing with crap. But yeah, you're right. Like asking for help and being vulnerable in that help, like it's just so difficult. Sorry. Jason Sully's life. So, like, I don't know, that's kind of, like, what I've been doing. Like, I don't think that I think I would like listening to the morning podcast. But I think that if anybody out there is struggling, like, I think that it's super hard to ask for help, but also it's, like, it makes you feel better.
Yeah. Well, and I like that, too. I feel like we're discussing ways that you can help yourself, too, in different ways. You know, you can talk to your doctor. You can try medication. You can try meditation. You can try listening to podcasts. Just, like, whatever it is that you need. You know, I just think that's kind of nice that there's so many different things out there. Just admit you need it.
Yeah. And also, like, I will say this to anything whether it's doctors, therapists, medication, meditation, whatever. If it's not working for you, like, that's okay. Don't force it. Try something new. And if you want to come back to it. I've had bad therapists. I've had bad doctors. Like at the end of the day, they're just people. I'm not saying they're bad. They just didn't work for me. But I don't think that you should stay around or get down on yourself that it's not working because, you know, I think that life is full of ups and downs and trying different things. Mm-hmm. So it's that's just kind of how it is.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely think that just making yourself happy. It's hard.
Yeah. So along those lines too, I don't meditate, but in my bullet journal, I keep a gratitude log. And so every day I make myself write down one thing that made me happy. So even if it was like a really crappy day, there had to have been one thing that made me a little bit happier that I was at least grateful for.
So, like, is that the same? I was going to ask you this. Is this the same thing as, like, gratitude versus affirmations? Like, would you know, like, is that the same thing?
I think affirmations are more things that you tell yourself, like, you know, you are enough. Okay. You are strong. Like, those are affirmations. And then for gratitude, I always just write, like sometimes I'm just thankful for tea. You know, like sometimes that was the one good thing in my day was that I got to sit down and have a cup of tea.
And really,
So
I like affirmations. I actually have a stack of work affirmations.
Oh, yeah.
And I do it every Monday. I flip it over and I read it. And sometimes they like just like make me feel better. Sometimes they have nothing to do with it and just make me laugh. Mm-hmm. But I like the gratitude list that you do. And I think I want to try doing that because it is hard some days, especially when you're down or having a low day, to pick something that you're happy about. Mm-hmm. It's just really hard.
Some days it's really, really difficult. And I'm like, I don't know. What was I grateful for? Yeah. What was I actually grateful for?
You're like, I need to find one thing that like made me happy that day, which sometimes can be really difficult. Other days, like I had a therapy session today and we didn't talk for very long because I'm my medication. I've been up. It's been for like a week and a half, so it's kicking in. And I'm kind of in that space where I'm just kind of like riding the wave is like what we try to call like I'm just like not trying to overthink things and just trying to ride this like happiness wave right now and not trying to overthink things.
Right.
So I'm like,
don't overthink it.
I don't want to talk about things. And we kind of understood that where it's like, let's just wait till next week. Let's just let you ride this and not think when is the next thing going to happen.
Yeah.
But I really like the gratitude thing. I really want to start doing something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay, everyone take a deep breath.
Well, and then I guess this kind of goes along with it too, because I started working out again. I have not worked out.
I'm so proud of you.
Or moved my freaking body since like October.
I mean, same.
So I was like, okay, I gotta start moving again. I created a page in my journal, so it made it permanent, and I had to do it. But I started Chloe Ting's Get Peachy Challenge.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
I really like that one. I had started it back, I think, in September or October last year, and I never finished it. So, and I really like it because it's one of those, like a lot of hers are quick, and you just do a bunch of different stuff within the video. And this one is you do 3 sets of the same thing.
Oh.
And so it is a lot of repetition, which I kind of like. But I think it helps build muscle. So here I am trying it.
You're like, ah.
And I've been doing some time on the elliptical beforehand just to get myself moving. Because I get up early to do it. Because I've found, like, if I try and wait till the end of the day, I'm not working out.
Yeah, you're too tired.
I have to get up out of bed and go do it and just be done with it for the day. Or I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you'll have to update us. Because I really like Chloe Ting's stuff. My thing is, like, I have an old person body. And everything hurts. Like, I was doing yoga and I was going to talk about it because I was so excited. And then I hurt my shoulder / like my top rib or whatever. And so I'm supposed to, like, giving it a break. So Kurt bought a bunch of not dumbbells. What are they called? They're like circular. Oh no.
Like medicine balls? Or
no. Oh no. He's gonna. They like do a lot of like. Oh no.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's gonna. Oh no.
What are they called?
What are those called? Oh no. But he bought a bunch of them, and we're gonna do workouts like with them. Something bell, right?
Bell weight?
Kegel? No. I know that's not it, but it's something like that.
What is it called?
Kettlebell.
Yeah.
Kettlebell. So there's like actual specific workouts for it, and there's like an easy, medium, hard in, like there's 3 people working out. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, he's into it, and I feel like I just need someone to be working out with until I get into it. So we're going to do that for a month. And then I guess like on the days off, there's like light workouts offered, so we're going to try and do those. But I don't know. I'm interested. I've actually been like saving a bunch of like other workouts where I just want to like kind of focus on each body part. Yeah. Like arms, legs, back, like stuff like that, trying to get just like muscle before I go into like something like Chloe Ting's that like,
which she does have those too.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm doing the Get Peachy, so it's butt. But I just like I said, I just like the repetition. You know, each day you focus on a different part of the butt. But it's like every other day. So then on the days that you're not doing the Get Peachy, you're doing arms or you're doing abs.
Oh, I like that.
So, yeah.
I hate abs. I'm terrible at abs.
I don't like it either. Last week, because I started last Monday, I was so sore. I could barely move.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Because I was like, anytime I got out of my chair, I was like making old people sound.
I hate when you have like, and you like try to walk to the bathroom and you're like, I am walking like a robot.
Well, and like, oh my God.
I know, I was doing the same thing.
No, but my knee, the older I get, the more my knee cracks.
Pops, yes.
Every time I take a step, it's like pop, pop. So I go down the hallway at work and everyone can hear me coming because my knee's popping. And it's worse now that I'm using it more.
Getting old sucks. Speaking of getting old, I've been having some things with my face. I don't know if you noticed, probably a little bit on camera. I don't really wear makeup that much anymore because I had...
Same.
Well, 1, we're in a pandemic, so what's the point? 2, I was getting cyst acne, which is just lovely. You saw it. It was like a giant bubble on my face. And you're like, what's on your face? I was like, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't say it like that. It wasn't that mean.
No, but it was giant. So I went to the doctor and she said that a lot of people actually have been struggling with like acne because of masks, which is just It didn't make me feel better because I think when you're not feeling good and then you look in the mirror and your face is all broken out, it's really hard to be like, I can do this today. Mm-hmm. So I actually don't use any of the old stuff I used to use. I'm using Dial Gold bar.
Oh, yeah.
She told me to put it on my hands and then like scrub my face. And then I'm doing an acne spot treatment, benzoyl peroxide 10% cream. She said that's really popular, but it's like, I put it on the bump and it was like gone the next day.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So I've been using it as like a spot treatment. And then I also got Paula's Choice Exfoliate. It's supposed to be for like, hiding your pores.
Oh.
I don't know. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to try a bunch of new things because I'm not wearing it. I haven't even bought any makeup because I'm just like, what's the point until I don't have to wear a mask constantly? Mm-hmm. But
I know. I haven't worn makeup for I don't know how long. I tried for a couple weeks. I was like, I'm going to put mascara on again. And then I go to rub my eye because I'm not used to it. And I'm like, why did I do that? Why? What was the point?
I was going to say, I've been doing my mascara and I was filling in my eyebrows, but then I just made an eyebrow appointment. So I don't have to fill them in because I have blonde hair. And you can like see them. If you look close, you can see like where the blonde starts and like the color is and like ends. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I'm also going to get my eyelashes tinted so that they're not blonde. So I stopped having to put mascara on them.
There you go.
So then I don't have to do it anymore.
I just don't.
Well, it's not fair. You have dark eyelashes and brows.
Well, that's true.
It's not fair. Right?
But mascara still does something a little extra.
It does. It really does.
Care anymore. That's the other thing is like we're all wearing masks. So I'm like, why friggin' bother? Like the one thing that I like to do that makes me feel like fancy or like I dressed up is lipstick, and what I can't do that.
No,
so why bother with any of it?
I was stupidly like wearing lipstick in the beginning of the pandemic underneath my mask. And I was like, this is dumb. This is so dumb.
Oh, I love it. So Alex and I finished Bridgerton.
I want to watch that so bad.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I really liked it. And of course, I didn't realize when I first started it that it's a book series. So now I want to read that.
Ooh, I didn't know it was a book series either. What would you compare Bridgerton to? Like, do you have like, for like shows or anything? I don't even know what it's about. I haven't looked at anything. I just know that everyone will stop talking about it. And when people, sorry, I'm like stuck on some cords. When people are talking about stuff like Game of Thrones, I just am like, I don't want to watch it. I don't know why.
Well, so there's no fantasy, so it's not like Game of Thrones.
Well, I only watched the first and last episode, so I basically know what happens.
I don't know.
Is it like Pride and Prejudice? Is it like Downton Abbey?
Downton Abbey.
You've never seen Pride and Prejudice?
Not really.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh. I think my friends try to get me to watch it.
We're fighting now.
That's like when it was on VHS, I know that's dating me, but when it was on VHS, wasn't it like 10 VHSs long or 7 or something?
What?
Yes.
No.
Like the old one, not the one with Keira Knightley, the one before that.
I never watched that one. I just like Keira Knightley, so that's why I like this one. Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
But I love Keira Knightley.
See, and this is me, where those things are the ones where I'm like,
I want to watch that new one too. Has the 4 sisters. The movie with the 4 sisters.
Okay. Movie with 4 sisters.
No, this is not it. Little Women.
Oh, that's also a book.
Yeah. That's where the comparison in my brain was, it's a book.
Okay, but back to what is it like?
Sorry.
I think it is kind of like Downton Abbey, like, you know, they're all fancy and rich and I don't know, it's a
like
drama.
Is it? Okay. Drama.
It's a drama.
Okay.
If you have children, do not watch it around them.
Oh, gosh.
There is nudity and sexy times, like a lot of it.
Really? Okay.
A lot.
I'm sorry, but the trailers don't make it seem like it's that kind of show.
Within the first 2 minutes.
What?
Yeah, so.
All right, okay.
And then there's an entire episode where that's all they do. That's all they do. So it's Downton Abbey with sex. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I had no idea. Well, thank you for the warning, because I genuinely would have been so shocked. Because it is on my to watch list.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of, we watched, are you gonna read the books, the Bridgerton books? Do you think that
I would like to, but the way my TBR looks right now, I probably shouldn't commit to anything else.
Probably because your cousin reads a book and forces you to also then get it.
True. That's true.
So Kurt and I finished just recently Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel on Netflix.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
Every time I see crime scene, I want to say crime scene, scene of the crime. From Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah. Crime Scene,
okay,
scene of
I'm
the
so
crime.
sorry.
I love that movie.
There's a podcast called Crime Scene. And every time I'm like, crime scene, scene of the crime. God. Okay, continue.
No, but so I think, apparently everyone but my boyfriend has heard of Elisa Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
And so he hadn't. I did not know this until we had started watching it, and I was like...
Alex had never heard of the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
He didn't know who the Night Stalker was, and I was like, sorry to spoil it for you, but it's Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
How did you not know that?
And then also, what did I say? So I knew about this because I remember the video coming out and all this stuff, but I knew like what the internet said, but I guess I never followed up with what actually happened. Mm-hmm. So it was really, what I really liked and what we both talked about afterwards is that they show the actual investigators, the actual,
coroner?
Yes, the actual coroner, and like go like show the records and explain things and like kind of like take the conspiracy out of it, which I really appreciated. But also I realized that I listen to way too much true crime because this is kind of spoiling it. If you don't know who Lisa Lamb is, just skip forward a little bit. So she is ended up in the water. And I'm trying not to spoil it too much. She ends up in the water and took off all her clothes. And Kurt's like, oh, I wonder why. And I said, oh, you know, when you get hypothermia, at the last moments, you feel like you're really hot and you take off all your clothes because I've listened to a lot of murder. Yes. Or like, I think I don't know what podcast I listen to, but it's about like the 7 Russians who went out in the snow and like whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's how I knew that. And Kurt was like, how do you know that? And I was like, I don't know why I kept that in my brain.
They talked about it on, and that's why we drink.
Yes, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I like knew that. And he was like, whoa. I was like, I know. I don't know why I know that
just
tidbit.
Wait, let me pull out all my serial killer knowledge for you.
He wonders why every time I come inside, I like lock the door. He's like, why do you do that? I'm like, murderers are out there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, hello.
But no, so it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised that it did. I would say that it does dramatize it a little bit. Like, obviously, they wanted people to watch it, so they do like lead it. They show all the conspiracy as well as fact.
Okay.
So I enjoyed.
Don't they talk about other stuff that happens at
yes,
the hotel?
Which is so interesting. And actually, the people who lived there back in the day are interviewed. And then also the hotel manager that was on site when the Lisa Lamb thing came about. And like she tells it from her perspective. You get to hear from the maintenance guy who found her and like all this other stuff.
Oh, wow.
People who were there who drank the water, tourists, like. Oof. You hear from so many people, and it's so fascinating. Like, you hear from the internet sleuths who first found the video, who did multiple videos about it, and, like, it's just so interesting.
Because I heard the one thing that they don't talk about, because it's not really relevant to the actual facts of the case, is that video where she's doing the thing on the elevator, and some people were calling it the elevator game, because if you Google the elevator game, it's this, like, ghost death game something. And so I guess I had read that they don't talk about it in that show, but I imagine it's because it doesn't really have anything to do with anything.
No, the only parallel they make is that you could compare what happens to her to a scary Japanese movie. Mm-hmm. But like they do, like, because I think at the end it was really like it's just nice to like hear from the actual people who are there, from the cops, seeing like, oh, well, we saw this on the coroner report. And then the coroner's like, well, this is what happened. Yeah. And like, if you would know that, if you worked in a coroner's office, you would know that. Like, I don't know. I just really liked that, like, it was like real people being like, hey, this is not a conspiracy. And like, you should let this, like, their family, like, grieve. You know?
Yeah. Let them live.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a great thing that happened to her. And she clearly was not in her right mind.
No. Yeah.
So let them live.
But I think you should listen to it and let us know, because I think you'll really like how they did it. There's 4 episodes. You can do it.
Okay. Fine. And then I guess I just wanted to say real quick, I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I just go in phases where I listen to like podcasts for a week, and then the next week I'm like music. But if you search Our Life in Books on Spotify, that is my account.
Because we don't know how to technology.
Yeah, basically, because I'm old. And I didn't understand that once you make an account on Spotify, you cannot change your name.
Which is
so
insane.
I initially made it so that we could put our podcast on Spotify. And then I didn't realize that I never like created a personal account too. So anyway, if you search on there, you can find a couple playlists that I've been making. I'm trying to remember what all I put on there.
I love that. I like thought after I read that we should like do more do like playlists for like books or like, you know, certain things. Because I know we have one like that's called like ladies or whatever, which I love.
Okay, well, I linked my profile, but I don't know how to look at. Listen, all you younger people will know how to do this.
Yes, we'll link
and maybe
things.
even people our age because. But anyway, I made some playlists. I made one that's like a angry one. I called it Burn, and then there's Chill, S word I can't say. So I've just been making a lot of playlists.
I love it. And you made the ladies one too that is like one of my favorites. And I have an emo one, so I guess I could share that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I have an emo one on there.
Yeah.
There's a Return of Emo that I made that's more like newer emo-ish songs.
Oh, I love that.
So, you know, you can go follow our ridiculous playlist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I do the thing where I find a new song and then I listen to it over and over and over and over and over and over again. So right now it's Driver's License, so. I
do that with Spotify where I find a song I really like and then I go to the radio station for it and then find a bunch of other songs that are similar and
well, did you know like
it's just a rabbit hole I keep going down.
I didn't know if you like pick a song that you really like and just let it go, it'll keep like playing different songs that are like it. So I've been doing that too. My random thing is that I love Poshmark. Well, I just find it very fascinating that it's kind of like Facebook Marketplace in a way, or like or eBay where you like sell stuff on there, but it's like more like clothing or I've noticed clothing. And I've
never been on there.
Yeah, so like you can search like I used it for if I like want something that I'm like looking for something specific, I guess like. But I got a couple sweatshirts on there and I thought, like, why don't I just, like, do this with my old stuff that doesn't fit anymore but is still really nice? Because I just usually, like, give it to Goodwill, which is fine. But, like, this kind of seems fun a little bit.
Right.
And something to do during the pandemic.
I want to get on there.
You should. There's a bunch of books on there. And I found, like, some cool, like, just, like, there's, like, home. There's just, like, all, like, this sort of stuff. Starbucks cups. Is that because I broke mine the other day. But there's like you can search by brand or you can search anything. And I really like it. And it's nice to thrift and not buy new all the time.
Have you wore your new sweater yet that you got in
Yes, I bought
it's got like a Zach what's his name? Zach Morris cell phone on it.
So actually I wore it. Yeah, I loved it. First of all. And I wore it the day that I was having to work on our phones. Because I thought,
oh my God, that's perfect.
Well, because I was like, I need some good vibes because these phones are not working and I need them to work. So I wore my phone. But it's so cute. And yeah, like that's what kind of got me into it is like we went thrifting in Grinnell. And I found like three things. I can't remember. Three things that I was like, these are really cute. They're name brand and they're not that expensive. And I'm like, why don't I do this more? I was like, so I did get a long sleeve like cardigan from an Urban Outfitters one. That's brown. It's really cute. And then I got two sweaters. One's recycle and one says like burritos, naps, something, which was very, since all we wear is sweatshirts on this podcast, I figured I'd just start getting more sweatshirts.
Right. This is my new one.
Yes.
City Kitties, Apocalypse Pets.
I need to.
Got a raccoon and a rat. We've had raccoon problems at our house and mouse problem, whatever. So it just felt fitting.
Yeah,
I needed this shirt as soon as I saw it.
So your house attracts the critters.
It's time to be done with that.
Yeah,
we've had
no more
mice
critters,
and we've had raccoon.
One
raccoon.
Sir Raccoon.
He's gone.
He's gone now. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Hopefully the snow can go away now too.
Oh my God, that would be wonderful.
Right. Well, I don't think there's anything else I got. I hope the audio sounds good, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope it does.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice not having the headphones.
Honestly, it's kind of nice. And if this works, I kind of want to like do it more.
But also, I'm scared. I'm so scared.
But if I like check it every once in a while, I'll be fine. Check it. All right, well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. All of our social medias is down below.
Yep.
As always. You know, we're very active. Just kidding. Elizabeth's really active. I suck.
I try some days.
Some days I'm just like, no one cares, Samantha. And then other days I'm like, but what if someone does care? And then I just go flip, flop, flip, flop. Make sure to rate and review the podcast wherever you listen. It really helps.
Yes, please. And subscribe.
Yes.
Because then you'll find out when we post new episodes.
Yes, this one's going to be a little late because obviously we had technology issues. Become a book witch over on Patreon. You get episodes early when we don't have technological issues. And we also post like fun random like bloopers or clips or Christmas gift opening that's almost done.
Yay!
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we might do more stuff over there. We're still working with technology.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, and if you join, just let us know what you want to see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome,
Ideas.
Actually.
Ideas are hard sometimes.
Adulting is hard. Peopling is hard.
Personing, adulting.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.